Kigo Doodles. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Hey Zero, how are you doing? Hot and sweaty, just had breakfast? It must have been a heck of a breakfast to get y'all hot and sweaty. Why are you weak? What happened, Zero?
Well, look who it is.
Hello, Gerbil. Oh, it's hot and sweaty in Spain. Sorry to hear that. We're having good weather here in San Diego. Someone's got to pay for it. Well, it's just past midnight for me. Sorry about that, Kigo. I haven't been streaming a whole lot lately, and I keep trying to stream in the daytime, and then I stream at night. So, I just can't get a schedule that's consistent. So yeah, sorry. Sorry this ship keeps sailing at the wrong times. But here we are. That's okay, Zero. Stay as long as you can or as you need to. You know how it goes. No rules. Whatever works out for you. This is usually a card that's going to be printed. I draw it. What size am I drawing at? Yeah, 5x7 at 600 DPI, so I can double that size and still print it pretty good. This particular image is a commission, so they didn't request a size necessarily. So I'm just drawing it the same format that I always draw it. But it can go up to 8.5 by 11, or what is it, A4? Is that your standard size? Pretty close to that anyway. Yeah, to be honest, I haven't printed anything out, but theoretically it should be fine. I should be working at the correct detail.
It's a simple job. Let me know if you're interested.
So, all my brushes are locked into certain sizes, so they really should be okay. Like when I start working in pencil, this is pretty much the size of a 0.5 lead, give or take. So pretty much any detail that I do at this size is going to print out okay without too much worry. That was really important for me to lock in my brush sizes, because then you could start working too much detail into a picture that just wasn't going to hold, which is always an easy trap to fall into with digital, right? Hey, following up, how are you? Ink, pencil, blues, okay. I missed the whole what's up, nerds. Glad it's back. You are well? That's good to hear. What's going to be hectic about the weekend? What do you got coming up? Kigo, what part of Spain are you in? Alicante, south of Valencia. Okay. I think I looked at it on the map before, didn't I? No, I didn't look on the map. Oh, that looks fantastic. The photos look awesome. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. Looks like a beautiful place to live. Tavern door was... Oh man, sorry to hear that. Yeah, that's bummer news. Sorry about that.
Oh, please, regale me with your tales.
Sorry, gal. Gotta find someone on Instagram. Ooh, that might work. Yeah, if you're driving, 5-6 hours is a long drive. I can see that being stressful. All right, Zero, take care. Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
Well, look who it is.
Absolutely. Post it in Discord or put a link up. Whatever works better for you. missing art. People are posting in Discord. Notice that. Well, that's a perfect emote. Aren't you already using that emote? Or is it different? I have to go back up and see your little emotes. Oh, slightly different, so a variation on what you've got. Cool. Those are very cool. Yeah, looking good. Are the details going to hold? Those little tiny fingernails. Pretty small details. Old fella to old fella. Discord is... Let me pop it up. It's another app where you create a channel, and inside that channel you can create little sub-channels, and they can be voice channels or they can be text only or whatever. And basically people join your Discord. So if you download the Discord and you create an account, and then you click on that link, it'll automatically have you join up my channel. And most artists have a channel, so if there's anyone that you're following, a lot of times you follow their Discord and you get a lot more information about them. And it's pretty robust. Mine is very simple. Some other folks have like tutorial channels and you know, just all kinds of helpful stuff. But I just do news and member chat and member art and that kind of stuff. So this art posted by Pumpkin Love, who watches my channel, stuff like that. And it also a lot of gamers use it because it allows you to do voice over your game pretty effectively, larger groups. So Google Discord, download the app, join the channel, and then you won't feel like an old man anymore. You'll be hip like me. Yeah, right. I don't know, was that a clear answer? Yeah, Discord makes it easier for folks to post their images and that kind of stuff, because some channels don't let you post links in the chat. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't know if it's worth the effort. I do it because everyone else is doing it, but it's kind of nice. Like if anyone wants to post anything, or if they want to talk to me more private, they can do a personal message there, that kind of stuff. So it's just one more tool. But yeah, it's not required. You don't have to do it. I use it because when I play the D&D games weekly and stuff, we use it to communicate to each other. So it has its uses. Yeah, if you ever get to streaming, you might have a use for it. Did I miss? I sure did miss them. You said thank you, probably not, but the basic figure will. I'm also thinking of making stickers too. Oh, that's cool. Hmm.
No.
Understood. Yep. I do that too. Same exact technique. Draw a higher res, and it may not show up in the lower res, but it's there if I need it for print.
It's a simple job. Let me know if you're interested.
On the front feet, I would say probably this foot's too big, if that's what you're seeing. So which feet are you talking about? The back feet? I think there's some perspective going on. Although it should look maybe a little bit more like that. Yeah, a lot of the leg in perspective, so the foot would actually be more back like here. So you're not seeing this much of the foot on the other side. But it always could be a little bit of everything. Other emote. Oh, these are nice. Is that third one a gerbil giving us the finger? That's pretty funny. Yeah. Julia!
Oh, please, regale me with your tales.
You found me again. How are you, Julia? Woohoo! Yeah, I try to hide from you and I just can't do it. I'm kind of blocking in some details, trying to figure out what I want this guy to look like. He's supposed to have half plate, not full plate. So just kind of goofing around at this point. Yeah, weekend time's always nice. 12:27 a.m. for me, and I wasn't ready to go to bed, and I'm like, you know what, I should stream. I gotta work on this image anyway. So here I am. Yes, eventually this will get colored, and it'll somehow. I'm gonna open up my last one. I know most everyone has seen it, but let's open it anyway, because that's the way I am. Yeah, I can't do an all-nighter. I got work to do tomorrow. Unfortunately. So, somehow, this will get to something more like this. Don't know how I'm going to get there, but that's what's going to happen. Yeah, work, schmirk. I know, I hate needing work. Oh, you didn't? Well, there you go. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm happy with this guy. I repeat myself and I'm sure I'm boring, but I'm happy with all the drawings, but every drawing has like a little bit more. You know, a little bit, I hope, a little bit step up in quality, I guess. So this one I spent a little bit more time on the coloring, a little bit more time on the line work. And it might be a subtle thing for you guys, to be honest, but keeps me going. I do flat first, so I'll show my my phases. Here we go, everyone. Here's the layers tour. Some of you guys have seen this a million times, but you know, I like showing this too. All right. Gesture drawing. So this one is just sort of a mannequinized image. Client saw it and had some suggestions. Tilt the head, make the arms longer. So then I did this gesture drawing. And then I do a rough on top of that, which starts to map in the details. That's where I do my thinking. I'll do a real, detailed rendering on that because I'm forcing myself to practice penciling. So on digital, I probably wouldn't have to do this step all the time, but I force myself to do it because it makes me get better, with just kind of the pencil stuff. And in this case, I went straight to inks after that. Then I went to adding shadows. And this time I actually added a highlight, a key light. Sometimes I'll do flats first, sometimes I do these first. And then I do flats. My flats are a hard light layer, so I have to have a gray layer underneath, and that's where I put in the forms. So pop in some forms. And this is what the forms layer looks like without the flats. So it's kind of interesting by itself. But everything combined, starting to look like something. Add a drop shadow. I added some rim light. I got some purple light there. Do I have any bounce light? No bounce light. Tiny bit of specular light. It's barely showing. I don't know if you see it when I click on it. I add a texture. Slight texture on the tail to dirty that up. Then I added an overlay because the hands were the same color as everything else. So I add a little pinkish to it because a lot of the rats have pink. Anything else? That's about it. And then, after all that, I said I wanted a dark background. So, dark background. So there you go, the tour of the layers. Yeah, no problem. I always enjoy taking a look myself. Part of my pleasure of drawing is just looking at the layers.
And no magic.
Looking at the layers myself. I just enjoy it. Thank you, Julia. Everyone's so nice to me. Thanks, guys. I have some time lapse on my YouTube channel. Let's see if I had a command for that. I don't know if I do. I do not. I'll get the link for you. So that's a link to my YouTube channel with some time lapse if you want to see those. Sometime in the next month, I'm going to rebuild my YouTube channel and rebrand it to Rob Shep Art because the YouTube channel still says Planet Chaos. Yeah, Kigo, hope you enjoy those. So right now I'm just kind of thinking that it's really freaking hard to draw a saddle on a cat at this angle. But I'll work it out. I did not. I haven't seen He-Man in decades. Yeah, I could do a flatter English saddle or do something more high back. I think it's a conundrum to have an armored guy on a feline mount. So it's kind of a challenge just to think how that would possibly work anyway. The feline has so much more flexibility than a horse. You know, you got to be able to move with it. But in this case, since it's a commission, you know, I can't worry too much about that. Just try to make it look as reasonably realistic as I can. I'm gonna put in straps and stuff in there later. Julia, what are you gonna work on? It's still weekend for you. I was gonna comment, you were streaming at a different time. I just realized that, because you were streaming when I usually stream. So have you changed your streaming time, Julia? Or are you just testing it out, see what you like best? The other thing I have to do before I get too far into this drawing is the mount is supposed to be, I believe, half panther, half demon. So I've got to add some demonness to him. The origin of He-Man is very funny in regards to the creation development of the franchise. It should be on Netflix. Oh, is it? All right. I got Netflix. I'll have to check that out. Somehow I have to add smoke effect on the legs too. Not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. But supposedly this half demon leopard has smoke trailing off of its legs. Might do it as motion smoke. So I don't know yet. That's later. Streaming during work? Man, that is cheating. You can't take care of 2 stones at the same time like that. Yeah, you can. That's pretty smart. Watching series and games? Yeah.
Oh, please, regale me with your tales.
Oh, are they talking at the same time? Oh, okay. But it sounded funny streaming during work. That's not gonna work. Yeah, that makes sense. I remember seeing your Instagram and you mentioned that you're doing commissions while streaming. This is a commission, so I'm doing the same thing. I asked if it was okay if I could stream it, and these are like, sure, of course. Cool. I don't know. That hand is getting weirder and weirder. I think I'll wait on that one. Oh. I should have you guys do my emotes, since I never get around to them. Turbo was working on her emotes too. feel like I'm behind the times. I think every step is, I would say, tedious. I don't think it's laborious, but I know that's just a matter of terminology. There is a, let me show you something. So on a different piece of art, let me see one where I, a little bit differently. Deep Gnome, Death Dog, Beholder, Lich, Priestess. One's like super clear. Look at Priestess. So in my case, let's see if I did it. Okay. So since I'm using Clip Studio Paint, Clip Studio Paint has an option or a feature that if you do some inking on a vector layer, then I can select inside those vector areas and color my flats super fast. So if I were to create a brand new layer, that's going to be my new flats layer. And then once I have my selection tool set up, if it's set up, see, so I can select inside the inked lines without any hassle. So I can start, take a couple things. Command fill, command fill, command fill, you know what I mean? So if this is flash, so flatting can be very, very quick depending on how I prep the file.
Oh, please, regale me with your tales.
I'm trying to tell you. So that's a fast way of flatting. The nice way about this with Clip Studio Paint is it does beautiful flats. So the way I have it set up, if I zoom in and then turn off my borders, you can see all my flats. There's like almost never any white space. You know, there's a pixel here or there, but the flats always touch up to each other. And that's because I've got it set up that it draws to the center of each black line. So flesh color goes to the center of the line, Green goes to center line. Awesome flats. So I do that most of the time. In terms of that rat, I actually didn't do the flats that time. I painted it in. And it's much slower. Much slower to do it that way, to paint it in. A lot of comic book guys will go in, they're creating flats, and they'll do the lasso tool, right? So it's relatively quick to trace over it, but I don't think it's quite as accurate, at least not for me. They're very good at it because they've been doing it for years. And say that was a black line under there, you know, and then they do their selection and then they do their flat that way. And then they'll go in and do the next one. And maybe that's a different color. They fill it in. So they can do flats pretty quickly that way too. Yeah, sometimes I just feel like painting it in. But every time I paint it in, honestly, I kind of regret it because I spend way more time flatting it out when I don't do the border option. The only problem with the border option is I have to have borders connect, right? So I can't have, if I was inking, right? So if I'm inking, well, let's just say if I'm inking here, right? So hair, a lot of times you might do something like this, and you might do that, right? And I can't do a quick flat because these lines are not connecting, right? Sometimes I have to do this to make them connect so that I can do the flats. Or I might do this and this, so the lines are connecting when I do the flats. So it's a little more intuitive to paint it in. You're not locked into a type of line stroke. You could kind of do this if you wanted. You could hint at a line and not even connect it. Do something like that and paint your flats in. So, like everything, there's kind of pros and cons to every technique. Yeah, I think that's, I don't know that there's a name for it, but one art style is that, you know, you outline, well, all your lines connect, right? You don't leave any gaps. There's a lot of artists that don't leave any gaps, and their art looks amazing too. So it all depends on what you want to do. If I go in here and I want to do borders, then I'll just make sure they connect, because that's the way I chose to do it. And you can fake it. I mean, you know, I could do stuff like this, and it might make it look okay. And then I'll just add a line there, right? So, I mean, there's ways to fake it. This is pretty sloppy, I know that, but so that way it still looks kind of looser, a little bit more organic. But it'll still give me that same quick mask when I wanna flat it. So I could do that line like that, and then just a small connector line if I wanted to. You know, I'm not saying that looks good, but that's like a different technique, right? Something like that. Okay, there was thick black hair. You know, just that small connector line will help. So there's ways of getting around it that most people won't notice what you're doing. I worked a long time on this brush, and it's a simple brush, but I tried to make it very painterly, right? The only thing, I haven't been able to get a good square brush that works quite as well. So it's a round brush, and it shows up round, but that's all right. Everything I've inked uses this brush. Hey, Gerbil, I'm sorry. It's alright. It's all good. I'm going to Discord right now. Look, there it is. Looking better than ever. Let's put it on stream. There we go.
Bids are copper and no magic.
So looking good, looking good. Now, did you start at a specific size? Oh, is this your pixel size right here? Your grid in the background, is that your pixel size? Cool stuff. Man, I am getting hot all of a sudden. Just put it in a square. Be right back. I'm gonna turn on the air conditioner. Super hot. Yeah, it is very cute. And it's good branding, because when you say hello to me and everything, Gerbil, I mean, like, I recognize your hellos faster than anyone else's. Sorry if that fan is loud in the background. Can you guys hear it? I assume you can. Yeah, it's one of those room ACs. It's very loud. Maybe if I turn down this, but then you might not be able to hear me very well. Can you still hear me okay? Yeah. It's loud, but man, I was suddenly super hot, so I need it. Sorry. Better now, and I can speak up. So I'll try to talk louder. Right now, I'm just going to change everything to blue and do a little bit of pencil on top, because I'm kind of at a point where I don't really know what I want to do, but I don't want to stop. So I'll lighten these, lighten the layers. Got something funky there. I don't even know what that white is. What did I do? Something there. Oh, I know what it is now. Alright. And then renders. You know what this is. Okay. Who was that? Dabba-dee-dabba-da. What is that? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely helps me recognize you. You've been timed out before? That's weird. I'm sure there's good reason why not to let someone post links and spam and that kind of stuff, but in my little channel, I've never had any reason to stop anyone from posting because everything they post has been pretty cool stuff. So I guess I've been pretty lucky. Only had that one troll. Oh yeah, streamers are like, what are you mods doing?
Hey, I got a deal for you.
Yeah, nope. That was a veiled threat. It'll never happen here, although I could do it at any second. If you don't behave. Oh, I forgot I was doing that before. What do you guys think of this? I'm going to add another window. I forgot that I was doing this. Canvas works. It's saving it. Yep. They put ads in your friend's chat. That's a shame. They'll learn real quick that that technique doesn't get them anywhere. New window workspace. Navigator. So what do you guys think about this? If I leave the image up full size all the time, so that you can kind of always tell what's going on. And then when I draw in detail over here, I had one person say this is a good idea, that way you can always see the image. What do you guys think? For me, I don't think it really matters, so maybe it's a good idea to do. Make the full image smaller. Does it take too much space? What about something like that? Actually, I could probably bring it over a little more. Something like that. I think I can put it on top. Yeah, but it doesn't work on top. because it's a horizontal image. So I'm going to go back on this side. Not horizontal, it's a vertical image. But then I don't want it to be too small, you can't tell what's going on anyway. So I'm open to feedback. Oh, floating rather than fixed. Yeah, I could do the navigator. So it's all the same to me that way. Hey, Cap. Yeah, that's the one thing. I kind of like it not tucked away, out of the way. I don't like it overlapping my image like that. You know, like, I don't like it overlapping the image. I'm very structural in the head. So that's why I always have it, you know, take a portion of my space. Streamlabs was just spamming for a while, but it's okay. It's alright. Should be done for an hour now. Cap, I was wondering where you've been at. I'm just going back to see if I've missed anything. Tofield's here too. Welcome back. It's been a while. I know, Cap. It's been tough. I've done some midday streams, and I'll be honest, they've been kind of quiet. Although I did get some more followers, so it's kind of a yes or no thing. Love-hate time period. But I'm trying. I'm trying to stream when I can. I've just been doing a whole lot of work, so I've been working like
Well, look who it is.
55, 60 hours a week, so it's getting to me. I've been a little on the tired side. I don't draw the face. Alright, I can turn the fan off now because I'm nice and cool. And I think my sound levels are probably fine anyway, right? I don't need to turn my voice up. Yeah, we're all busy, right? So, gotta take care of life, but fortunately we all come back and say hi to each other. Hi. Alright, Charcoal. Have a great night. Oh, you're signing up for a job soonish? We're not going to be seeing you here much. What kind of work are you shooting for? Mm-hmm. Bye, Gerbil. Thank you. Thank you as always for coming by. Wow, that sounds like a great job. So good luck. I hope you get exactly what you want. You finished the female mummy. Put those things in Discord. If you haven't already, I saw you pop up the link. Alright, I like the art, but I gotta admit I'm having a hard time telling what's going on. It looks like the hands are in super high perspective. And I see the face, that's pretty obvious. I see the stitches. You'll be able to live off 50% income? Oh, wow. That's fantastic. No, it's very cool. That's the flesh golem, though. Well, that's what you posted. Are you going to color this? I'd like to see it colored. Did you post anything else? Here's the other one. Female mummy. Tried to move away from Egyptian theme since I wanted to use the stats for a mummy, but in a different setting. More like Skyrim on this one, okay. This one I can see a little bit better, right? So you got the cool face there. Love the line work. Line work's freaking awesome. Got the torso there, female mummy. Got the shoulder behind there, arm, elbow, hyper perspective there. Yeah, it looks very cool. I like how you mix too the like the gray line art with the black line art. That's pretty cool. I might have to steal that idea. I might experiment with that. It looks pretty cool. Using her glare attack. Yeah. Yeah, it looks great, man. That's cool. You definitely have a style that is very appealing, and I'm glad that they both work out together, style-wise. That's very cool. I know I keep saying that, but that's pretty neat. I want to see. So you don't have these colored. Do you have any samples of ones that you finished already that are colored, that are in this line style? I'd like to see those if you got something available.
No.
Really? Okay. Now the zombie's looking cool. Oh, that's pretty cool. These are all squared off, mostly squared off. Are they for a game, for fun? Just for yourself, commissions? It is a cool style, right? It's fantastic. I like your choice of distortion on facial features and stuff. It's very cool. Oh yeah, look at this. Yeah, so you color the line art in some areas and do some flats. Yeah, cool stuff. Coloring totally helps understand what's going on. Tabletop gaming tokens. Excellent. Making the battle maps too. Yeah, that's cool. Sounds like a good plan to me. Need to go look at Pantheri. Where's Pantheri? So, Cap, when are you going to start this job?
Hey,
Don't know? Okay. He's looking too cute right now. I'll have to fix that. Fantastic, man. So does that mean you might start in a month or so?
No.
Really? That's too bad. He looks way too cute. August, September. Alright. Well, you know what that means now, right? You gotta get in all the streaming you can, you know, because you might be pretty busy. Power up your streaming for a while. Even though you said you'll have plenty of time for streaming anyway. Cut back streaming till you feel settled in. Yeah. Totally give that priority, of course. Only one that I wrote myself and drew and had another inker from across the country ink it. So it was more just a fun project, for fun project. And then I've written another story that I was going to draw, but then I decided I wanted to do Twitch instead. And I thought I might draw the comic book here, but I just opted not to. Opted to do the D&D stuff. I will do a comic book, my own proprietary stuff, when I get around to it, but got some stories and races and all kinds of neat stuff already planned out. But I really don't have time to do that right now. Plus my drawing style's not really that good for comic books because it's so slow. It's just, like you said, or someone said tonight, slow and laborious.
Well, look who it is.
I don't even know how long it would take me to draw a full page right now. So what I'm getting at is if I was going to do a comic book, I'd have to figure ways to make it go faster, change my style, so that it can get done a little bit quicker. Unless I want to spend 100 hours a page. I think it'd be like 10 hours a panel. Maybe less. If I do face shots, it'd be faster. Was it you? Could have been. Could have been. Wouldn't surprise me. No, sorry. I'm like thinking, drawing. I knew it was you. But I'm not 100% attentive right now. But then it makes me sound like an idiot sometimes. I think I'll wait on that paw because it does need to be redrawn. Right, I think I'm actually going to stop there for the night. I know I kind of did the same thing twice, but that's what I do sometimes. Do you guys have a request to raid? Anyone? Anyone? The width of that foot? I'm kind of liking the hind feet, so I'm not sure what you're seeing. Because there's definitely some perspective going on in this one. You know, that's the middle line of the foot, so you're going to see more width there. The middle line of this foot's going to be over here, so you're going to see less width there. So what are you seeing that's not working for you? Right one looks thicker. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is thicker across right there. Because that's basically a top-down view of that foot, whereas this one is a three-quarter view. Like the corner of the foot, basically right there, and then you see that like that. Right, so you got this box shape right there. I'm drawing with the mouse right now, that's why it looks all chunky. No, it's, you know, there's probably something there that's not working, so I'm all ears for a bit. Or maybe what I'll do is I'll wake up in the morning and determine for myself what it is. Maybe the perspective is not working well enough, so this foot definitely looks shorter than this one. But I still gotta, I might, you know, redraw the feet, add longer nails, still gotta add the smoke. There's still stuff I can do tomorrow. So I don't see anyone online that I follow that's streaming. So do you guys have a suggestion on who we can raid? Julie, are you going to be streaming, or are you long gone? I think the head looks good, but I'm not going to do Bob Ross. You can go to Bob Ross anytime. I think the head looks good, but the creature is supposed to be half demonic somehow, so I'm happy with the head, but I'm going to have to add something. You know, fiery eyes, you know, definitely some fangs. I might actually open the jaw more so it's growling instead of having the jaw closed up like that. So I gotta add something. But I do this a lot too, is like I get things down to where it's looking, you know, halfway decent, and then go in and tweak them so that they get pushed in the direction they need to go. A horn. You know, that's actually a good question. I'm gonna ask the commissioner if a half demon panther means it has some horns, because it might. That'd be pretty cool. I think I'm gonna at least turn down the. Gonna be blunt. Let's play some sounds first. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Can't believe how loud that was. That was so loud in my ears. Was it that loud for you guys too? Like insanely loud. All right. Well, no one has said who we're going to raid, so I don't think we're going to raid anyone. I think in that case, folks, I'm going to be heading out. My last save in there. Got to get some sleep and go do some work. Raiding the kitchen. Perfect. I'll type that in. All right, everyone. Good night. I could be streaming again tomorrow night. Checking in the background. Cap's still there, of course. Master Bismuth. Thank you. Thank you for that lurk. You know, Avashri actually didn't come online. Must be because of the weekend. All right, good night, everyone. I'm signing off now. Bye, Cap. See you next time. Fading.